In order to make the scum only love himself, the woman took off the treasure of the year and gave it to him as a token of love.
See you in a couple of centuries, little boy.
After saying goodbye, he couldn't bear to close the coffin. Then he used an iron chain to tie it up. In the end, the man was buried 10 meters underground. 200 years later, the small town had become a modern port. Unexpectedly, the woman was still alive and had become a powerful woman. It turned out she was an immortal slave. But when she had already forgotten the scum, the other party was dug out from the ground. A few days ago, a worker accidentally dug up a coffin. He saw the iron chain wrapped tightly around it. Thinking he had found treasure, the worker took out his pipe and smashed the iron chain, not realizing he was about to release a monster. The coffin burst open like a bomb, and before anyone had time to hide, a black shadow rushed out and pierced through the knees of all the workers. The man who had been buried alive was a vampire. Finally freed, he immediately went toward his old home. After 200 years, the world had changed completely. People dressed strangely. Fortunately, his home still stood in the same place, but seeing the manor in ruins filled him with sadness. As he walked inside, memories flooded back, and he didn't notice two children sitting on the sofa. "Are you stoned or something?" one of them asked. In the dim night, the boy looked closely and realized the man looked exactly like the portrait on the wall. He was their ancestor, Boris Kerling. When Kerling introduced himself, the hostess suddenly appeared and tried to throw the unknown stranger out. To prove his identity, Kerling pressed a hidden switch on the floor. A chain reaction followed as the room shifted, revealing a secret chamber even the current host didn't know existed. "I am Boris Kerling," he declared. The shocking truth made the hostess panic, because the legendary ancestor was a vampire. Nervous, she hesitated, but Kerling did not harm them. Instead, he led her into the secret room and showed that all the treasures inside were gifts he left for his descendants. His sincerity impressed her, and she welcomed the ancestor home. The first thing Kerling wanted next was revenge on Xiaomei. 2 centuries earlier, she had been human and had nothing to do with family disputes, until she quarreled with a beautiful maid, then turned her back and abandoned her. The maid, however, was no ordinary woman, but a powerful witch. When she saw the pure love in Kerling's heart, she burned it to ashes. She cast an evil spell, forcing Kerling's beloved to commit suicide. Devastated, Kerling tried to kill himself too, but even after a fatal wound, he revived. Xiaomei had turned him into an undead vampire. That night, she stormed into the manor with villagers, exposing Kerling as a vampire. After that, Kerling never saw the sun again. And now, 2 centuries later, he came back for revenge. Xiaomei had been waiting for him. She believed that after so many years, Kerling would change his heart. But he rejected her again. Furious, she locked him back inside a coffin and sealed him in the family tomb. Moments after she left, the boy freed him again, because Kerling was the only one in the family who could see the ghostly soul of his mother. After being rescued, Kerling learned from his mistake and planned revenge from the shadows. He led his descendants to rebuild the family's fishing company and used vampire mind control to steal Xiaomei's biggest client. Enraged, Xiaomei ripped off her disguise and broke into Kerling's home, restoring an ancient statue with magic. She restrained Kerling and prepared to poison the jewels. Just then, the boy shouted. Seeing the child step forward to sacrifice himself, Xiaomei didn't hesitate, but the boy wasn't afraid. He had summoned his mother's ghost. When Xiaomei realized she was powerless against the spirit and could not ascend to heaven, Kerling stepped forward. Thank you for watching this cinematic horror tale. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us again, because in DreadLoop, every soul has a story, and every story leads you deeper into the dark. For more nightmares, visit our sister channel Nightmare Arcane, where the shadows speak louder than the living.